What's up, everybody? Brandon and Chris here, and we are back again for another comic book review. And today, we are covering Justice League number 35. Finally. The one and only 35 in Rebirth. This is People vs. Justice League Part 2, and it is once again written by Priest, because Christopher Priest is not cool enough.
Yeah.
And he just has to go by Priest, like a share thing or something.
Yeah.
Like
he's like a prince.
Dubs himself. Yeah. Like a prince.
In about a year or two, he'll be the artist formerly known as Priest.
You go back, I'm just going to use my name as Chris. Pete Woods is the returning artist for this. Actually, pretty much the whole series, I think, is pretty much going to be both of them. This one here continues the reinvention of the Justice League from the last issue. And this one here honestly gets a little bit weaker.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a couple good strong parts that's going to make me, it's going to make you as a reader ready and excited for the next one.
Yeah.
Because it's going to keep you latched on. It's still good. It's just the main overall plot for this issue by itself is kind of
Yeah.
It's just been done before, right?
Yeah, I didn't much care for the...
It's lighter, too. Like, the tone's a little bit lighter.
Yeah. I didn't much care for the villain, like the cockroach monster.
Yeah, it's a cockroach. Well, that's pretty much part of the plot. There's an alien ally, a former, like an old friend, like alien ally of John John's.
Yeah. And
he goes by the name of Glenn Gameron, and he basically enlists the Justice League to help hunt this down, this creature, this cockroach, the giant alien cockroach that is hellbent on recruiting all the cockroach population of planet Earth and creating this hive.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it's...
Makes a big giant...
I mean, it is. It's like it's been done before.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? A bunch.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Men in Black.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it wasn't... Was it the worst thing in the world? No. But...
There was... It is worth... It's worth reading if you're reading this whole, if you plan on reading this whole arc, then issue number 2 is well worth reading just to get to that last page.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the beginning of it, there is it's a continuation of what we left off with the last issue, and there was a repercussion of something that happened, and they're dealing with that. Diana's she's basically being interrogated by the police, trying to get her sword back, and she goes through that. Batman's taking so much needed time off, and then it kind of starts from there. And then this Glenn Gameron shows up, and he enlists the rest of them. There's, Flash makes an appearance, Wally West makes an appearance in the book. And they're, like I said, their mission's fine, their banter and their character depth is fine. I don't know, like I didn't have any problem with a lot of the dialogue between the characters in this. I just thought that the overall plot to defeat this giant cockroach was just
Yeah.
It's just been done before. Like I said, it didn't hurt. It doesn't hurt the book so bad that I think it's trash. But it's still good. Everything else was fine. The art's still on point. Even the art of the giant cockroach, which was the weaker part of the plot, was one of the stronger parts of the book.
Yeah.
Like all the art's good. Once again,
I felt like right from the start, it throws you back in where they left off in the first one. But then somewhere around like a quarter of the way in, you kind of forget that that the bad stuff was happening.
Right. And
like they just have a monster and they got to go fight the monster and everything's fine, and then you get to the end of it. And they remind you in a big way that bad stuff's coming.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I like that. I like the way these single issues are very short reads, and
most of them are cliffhanger kind of endings too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
And this was a good.
Well, I understand the fact too that it's still early on in the arc. So I can kind of maybe give him a pass as long as there's something else to say, and it seems like there is. So I can understand there's still other things going on in the universe, right? Like There's still duties to be done. There's still crisis on their hands, so they can't just focus on one side of the plot.
Yeah.
So this is and there's still kind of a running theme from the first one and the second one. Hey, this life goes on. We still got crap to deal with, and everybody else is dealing with all kinds of stuff personally within the team.
Yeah.
The team's struggling because of the events of the last book. They're going to be struggling because of the end of this book, and you'll see that if you read it. So yeah, there's a lot. So I can understand. I kind of get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
It seems convoluted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think there's a bigger picture that's not the focus. I think that all adds up. That hey, this is really about the team being broken.
Yeah.
This is about the team going to be broken. Batman is kind of broken.
Yeah. Well,
in a way.
And I think I don't know this. I'm not sure, but I think Wonder Woman's going to be the weak link. I think she will be because she's already questioning what they're doing because they're not doing what she set out to do when she came to the land of men.
Well, it just goes to show you that just like with anything, when you're doing things right, when things are going your way, everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's when things are falling apart that you start to second guess yourself and you realize, well, maybe I would be better off without this team, and maybe I should get back to my original purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she's doing, and you'll see that going forward. So that's I thought like I said, I honestly don't think his writing has been bad at all.
No, I don't think so either.
It's just, it seems a little bit messy at first, but it's all coming into a bigger package.
Yeah. Well, like I said in our review of the last issue, I think he's a very good writer, and I think anyone who is going to write a story with so many different main characters is gonna have a hard time here or there. Like it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But he's done a really good job so far.
Yeah.
So.
And I won't say what this involves because I don't want to give it away, but I will just say that there are some things with media and such that is very relatable. I think will be relatable to people in this.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Because of what they're capable of and how bad it can be. So that's what plays into a lot of this plot, and I think a lot of people can relate to that and understand that, and I think they're going to be interested in that going forward. So I think that was another strong point of the movie. But that was also, I don't know. It's not a cockroach, at least.
Yeah.
So anyway, despite the weaker overall plot, any kind of closing statements, anything else you want to add?
No, I think it was a pretty good in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a good setup for another book.
It was what it was. I mean, it is a weaker single issue plot, but it kind of ran good. It fell in line pretty well in parallel with what they're going to extend.
Yeah.
In further issues and the charter issues and stuff that they're going to be having.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it had a weak main plot, strong side stories.
Right, like it's the one that's continuing.
Yeah,
I gave this a slightly smaller score, like lower score than the last one. I gave it an 8 out of 10 just because of the cockroach thing, and that might be being too nice as well. But
yeah, I gave it a lower score too. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm pretty harsh.
That's fine. I'd rather somebody be harsh. Somebody needs to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that was a bugaboo.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for us. We hope you enjoyed it. We will be back again for the third part in this arc, and we will see you next time.